a lot more interesting and diverse face shapes. Definitely like come out with a lot more tone and style to them. And then the ones that we've just designed, you know, they represent about 3 years of sculpting, more or less, and will eventually look similar to the last batch. But yeah, it is a strange thing. I wouldn't have like known to wake up one day and be like, you know what, you should design weird pumpkins. And yeah, so right now we're doing Weird Pumpkin Wednesdays because I'm trying to, you know, this is a co-working stream to whatever extent. We like to share art, see what people are working on. Buttery Smooth, by the way, if you have to go relax, please do. If you want to share anything that you were working on, more than welcome to share a link in the chat, my friend. We would love to see what you're working on. Put it up on the fridge. Thank you now for selling my stuff for me. There really is no pressure to buy, friends. We can try. All right, so I'm using acrylic paint, and I use polymer clay. So I actually start with a paint primer just to help the paint adhere to the polymer clay, because polymer clay is plastic and acrylic is plastic. And when you try to put plastic on plastic, little known fact, doesn't necessarily stay on very well. So by giving it some basis, it works really nice. Helps it to adhere. Also, just by virtue of being existing, works. No, it's great. I like answering questions, and most of them I've answered so many times, particularly in the sculpting realm, that I have really quick, easy answers to give you, which are super fun to share. Sorry, I just hit my microphone with my brush. I might have made a really annoying sound on stream. So we're going in and doing these like dark layers. You could do this with like a wash. And similarly, you can do the highlights that we're going to do in a few minutes with a dry brush. But I, as a painter, prefer not to dry brush. I prefer to control my paint a lot more. Dry brushing is an excellent technique. It certainly accomplishes a lot very quickly. But I prefer to maintain that control. Yeah, like that will do it. It's also not necessarily that like it's wrong to paint them like that, because you can paint on it. It just doesn't work quite so well. So I use take care, Will. Have yourself a good time, Buttery Smooth. Thank you for the raid again. Always a delight. Thank you, Swordjack, if you're kicking around in the lurking world, for steering Buttery Smooth this way. Always great to see you, and take care of yourself.